Uh, okay, I found it. Here we go. So there's a couple things on here that we sort of can't. I've been trying to get a hold of Faith. I've been like texting her a bunch of times, and normally I can get a hold of her easily, and I couldn't get her. So I don't know if her phone is broken or what's going on. So I emailed her just a little bit ago because she has all the updates on the keynote and the sort of other contributors from the high school that she's been like wrangling. That's like a significant portion of our event. So I'm going to, one way or another, get a hold of her sometime in the next couple of days to just like see if there's any additional support that we can offer for that stuff, make sure if it's all sort of moving along. Because we have to, WCAT said they wanted the videos from us 2 to 3 weeks ahead of time. Which would be, this week would be 3 weeks ahead of time. So next week is 2 weeks. So we sort of like really have to make it happen like in the next couple of days. So anyway, so I'm just going to make sure to touch base with Faith and like see, like, have they recorded their videos yet? Have they not? Do they want help with the content? Do they want any other like support or anything like that? And just make sure that she's getting that stuff, her portion recorded, and like she's my only, I think, our only contact with the other students who are involved right now. So I want to make sure that.
Do you know what their names are, or
no, all I know, the last time I talked to her, she said that there was maybe like 4 or 5 students, and she at the day that I talked to her, they were then meeting the following day. So she was like, "I'll talk to you after I meet with them." And I haven't, since that time, I haven't been able to get a hold of her, and I'm not sure what's going on. So I don't know who they are.
I wonder. Let me while you're talking, I'm gonna ask my daughter if she knows, because I think she was at the meetings.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Maybe Nicole's daughter is one of the speakers.
It could be. Oh.
I know.
Was your son traumatized last year? Let's see. So anyway, so that piece, we definitely have to make sure that they are recording their segments and sending them over so that WCAT can like edit it all together or whatever, do their magic. So that whole portion, I feel like there's not a lot we can do about right now until we talk to Faith.
Right.
I trust Faith. I trust that she'll line it up.
That's what I think. I'm sort of like, having, it's like, I don't really know what's going on, but I feel like pretty sure that something's going on and it's going to be awesome.
It'll work.
Yeah. So. What did your daughter say?
Okay, so she did not attend, but she said she believes it's 4 people. It's 2 boys and then 2 girls. She thinks it's Marquise, Andrew, Faith, and Raina.
Nice.
So
cool.
At least that's
that's good. That's a helpful update. So I can commit to, continuing to try to make contact with Faith. Unless somebody else, does anybody have some like inside line with Faith that I don't have social media really. So some people I know communicate like a lot through social media and not so much by text. And, I'm not sure. But
I don't. I mean, the only thing I can ask, maybe I can reach out to Mrs. Driggers and ask her, or Glavia. That's the only other person, but I don't know if that would be.
So maybe we can leave it that, Benny, you can try, and if you get stuck, you can reach out to Nicole to try that back channel if you get panicky.
I think that sounds good.
Like have you met Glavia yet, Benny?
I have had emails with her, but I don't think I've ever met her in person.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I feel like I'll be able to get a hold of her one way or another, and it should be good.
Yeah.
Because basically, I don't know that we have to do anything. All we have to do, I think, is make sure that their pieces are sort of finished and recorded and sent either, I'm not sure, I guess, should they send everything maybe to one of us, and then once we sort of have a handle on like, okay, we have everything we need, send it all over to WCAT. I think it's probably better than having to email WCAT directly.
I think so, because then you can kind of figure out, we can figure out where to place everything too, right? Like roughly.
What order.
Yeah.
So I will make sure that I'm in contact with her and having her send her material, or the other people are having, sending their material to me. And I can share that with all of you. So the next thing on the agenda then is the awards portion. So did you all have a chance to read the nominations for
Yeah.
the whatever? So let's see. We have one nomination only for the student. So that one seems kind of straightforward, which is Rainia. And the one thing that I wanted to also, like, it's also on my list to talk to Faith about is the stuff that Rainia, a lot of the stuff that Rainia was nominated for is stuff that Faith also, like the two of them have really done in tandem.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to just touch base with Faith and like just kind of see how that is. I think it's weird for us to give an award to a member of this committee. So I think it's sort of, I had this question in my mind of like, I don't know, should we give it to both of them?
Yeah.
But then I was like, maybe that's like weird. So I just wanted to kind of talk with her and make sure that that's not going to be weird for her or the two of them. But
that's a good point. That's a very good point.
But beyond that angle, you know, I think Rainia is an incredible nominee, and I'm so excited that she was nominated.
Oh, and from the principal note.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah. So is there anything you think standing in the way of us, I don't know what the word is, like approving or like awarding the award to Rainia?
I don't have a problem with it. I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think not only is she nominated by someone, you know, in the school system, but not like it's a single nominee that's not, you know, worthy of the recognition. So I think it's a good point, Benny, though, that you just make sure that Faith is on board with not feeling slighted or whatever.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so I just started with that one.
Means that Faith is going to do the interview of the awards.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
or no?
No, Marine. Oh, I talked to Marine. I should give that update. So our sort of short list of people from last meeting was Marine. I think Anne McGonigal Santos, and I feel like I can't remember. Anyway, the point is Marine said yes, she was totally excited. So
okay.
Good.
So she will do the little kind of like interview conversation thing, which is great.
Awesome.
Let's see. So I started with the student nominee because that seemed like the most straightforward because there was only one. The other, let's see, we've got the like kind of adult resident, you know, like person category. We had two nominees. One is Ed Dombrowski and one is Wendy Dennis. I would put forward, like, based on the content of these nominations, Wendy Dennis. The nomination for Ed Dombrowski doesn't really actually say anything about like promoting civil or human rights, contributing to the community. You know what I mean? Like it's like not a strong nomination. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, when I read them over too, I was leaning towards Wendy. You know, given sort of the way it was written up and the multiple supporting items in there. So.
Yeah, it just seemed like a lot. You know, she's got like the what do you call it? The not the food pantry, the
farmers market.
Farmers market. Thank you. Yeah. Farmers market, the linden tree thing. That like it's just seemed like kind of a litany of all these ways that she has been involved in the community and just kind of created things from the ground up sometimes too, which I think is really powerful.
The other thing I was also thinking about, Wendy, I was just remembering the stuff that was going on with the farmers market, trying to get local people, and it was still stressful. And just to even see her still there serving the community at the farmers market, even though she's not running it, she's still there giving food demonstrations and doing all those things. I just think that, you know, that just she's going, you know, above and still trying to make relationships and to, you know, still work well within the community. And I think that was very noble or notable, one of those words.
Both.
So yeah.
Well, cool. I don't know. Should we vote? We probably should be voting. Let's take a vote. I motion that we nominate Wendy Dennis for the Adult Resident Award.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second,
Great. I guess then we'll take a vote. Teresa,
Yep, I definitely agree.
Jeremy,
Yes.
Nicole,
yes.
and I say yes as well. Okay, and the last one is the like organization or company. We had the Wakefield Daily Item and the Social Action Committee of the UU Church. Let's see.
All right.
I found that this one was very hard, but it kind of leaned towards the UU Church just because of all the things that were going on this year, and they just kind of really stepped up to the plate and just were really like, trying to be very active and things like that. And they're still doing things to promote, like unity and bring awareness to things that are going on, human right type of awareness.
Yeah.
I just so that was more my feeling.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a strong nomination in terms of the human rights component, like the standout for Black Lives that they do every week, certainly right now. And also they've done other, earlier this year they did that like human trafficking event.
Oh, yes.
And I feel like other stuff too over the years. There's definitely been a bunch of things they've done.
Yep.
I did find it neat that the paper got nominated though, because
I know. I thought that was
they
interesting too.
do cover like everything in the community, which is good. I mean, that's what that's what a paper's supposed to do. But I think, like you said, I think as our mission and things, that the Social Action Committee kind of sticks out more probably as compassion. I don't think the Wakefield item goes above and beyond to be compassionate in the community. I mean, I don't see the daily item everywhere at events being a sponsor or something, right? So they do report and stuff like that, but I think from the write up, definitely the Social Action Committee is compassionate in the community theme. So.
Well, shall we vote? Do we have a motion?
A motion that we nominate the Social Action Committee of the UU Church.
Great. Second. I guess, am I allowed to second? I second. Okay, Teresa,
Yep, I agree. Yep.
Jeremy,
Yes.
Nicole,
Yes.
and I also say yes. Excellent. And so what I'm going to do, okay, what happens next? We have to contact the nominees and tell them that they won an award. Last year, I also contacted the people who nominated them and told them, like, thank you for your nomination. This person won the award. And we also have to contact Maureen to let her know who the winners are, I think, so that she can sort of craft her questions for the conversation. Would anyone be willing to take on that kind of like communicating with the various people about that stuff?
Do I just say I'm Nicole from the MLK committee, and thank you for nominating this person, and they have won the award, and then send the same kind of a similar message to the awardee and then to Maureen? Is that?
Yeah, and I think
Okay.
the one for the awardee in particular, so I've already talked to Maureen about this conversation that we're going to have, the sort of like, little interview kind of conversation. So she knows the deal with that. The awardees will not know. So maybe also sort of laying out a little bit of, instead of our normal award ceremony, we're going to do a more intimate, like conversation style thing. Maureen Butt is going to be, hosting that conversation. It's going to be over Zoom, blah, 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 blah. So like maybe describe the deal and
I don't mind doing I think they can, unless Jeremy wanted to do it, because I know he has very good with words.
No,
I'm going to,
it's okay. It's okay with
Or
you.
today, so
I don't have a problem. So I might reach out to Maureen first though, and just get her take on like availability and stuff like that. Or if you want, or are you gonna let Maureen reach out separately? I don't know. That's the only part that.
That's a good question. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
or maybe should we CC her on it and say, we'll send a message to her, or you can, saying that these are the people that won, and then I'll send an email and CC her, and then they can respond to her about the times that they're available, or if they feel like they want to do it, they may not want to be interviewed also
Wow.
either, so.
That's a good
Oh,
point.
no.
Yeah.
They need to be interviewed as part of the no.
Yeah,
Required.
yes,
I can't imagine them not wanting to be if
yeah.
if they're going above and beyond for the community already. So,
Mhm.
and it's good. It's good press for them. So.
And then how do we, because we can't contact Raina at this email address, so do we have Ms. McLeod do it?
Yeah.
Ask her to pass it
maybe.
on?
That's not a bad idea.
I think it's
Yeah,
just,
or unless unless your daughter has Rainia's email address or something.
but I think to be official, because your daughter would have to email her, and then I think that kind of gets a little weird.
Yeah.
Unless Faith emails her, that would be the only one
Oh.
that
Oh, that's a good point.
I
Yeah.
could, because Faith is on our committee. But if I wouldn't feel comfortable telling Spencer to please email this student for me, because I
Oh,
just,
Spencer's your son? Oh,
Yeah,
I know
you know
who he
Spencer?
is. Yes, okay.
This is my boy.
Yes, all right.
Well,
All right,
what do you
sorry
think
about
is better? Do you want to contact Amy to get the message to Rainia, or
Yeah, I can do that. I can send her an email, her or, yeah, whoever I forgot the vice president, the vice principal's name, one of them. But yeah, that's no problem.
great.
So do we have like a deadline of when the interviews need to happen? I
Yeah,
feel
so
like we
this is
should, right?
Yeah, we should. And it's a little bit unfortunate because trying to get 5 people what is that, 4 people all together, like to record a thing might not be that easy. But I think that we should have a deadline of like a week from now or something.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what's the best way. Like, so Nicole, do you want me to send the email to Maureen since I was already talking to her, or do you want to include it in okay, so I can talk to Maureen and I can ask her, like, do you want to take over like scheduling this interviews or whatever? Because it seems like maybe one less middle person, like if she's just directly.
Yeah.
So I think that probably will work better.
So maybe I'll say like to expect an email from our from Maureen. Okay. City counselor.
Okay.
Counselor.
Cool. Great. So I'll contact Maureen. You can contact the winners and the nominators, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that can all happen. Like they can record it sometime in the next week.
Yeah.
I know.
Let's see. Is there anything else? Oh, the actual award, like certificates or whatever. I asked people who had been involved in past years, and they said that they just like printed something out from like on nice paper, and they sent me, who was it? It was Rich Greif sent me like the form that they had used in past years, so we can just like fill in the person's name or the organization's name. So that I feel like is less, or like I don't feel like they have to like have the certificate. Should they have it in hand when they're having their interview? Maybe they should.
I think it would be nice.
Yeah.
So I think I had volunteered last time if that needs to be delivered or anything, if you just tell me what format to use and I'll print them.
Yeah, let me email the thing to you that Rich shared with me.
Yeah, and I can figure out, I don't know, find out people's addresses, I guess.
Yeah, we have their email addresses, and for some of them we have their phone numbers, but I don't think we have addresses for anybody. but we can, like Wendy Dennis has been involved with the HRC also in the past. Like like, I think,
And I think, you know, don't forget we have the rest of the HRC can help out with the logistical stuff. You know, we don't, just because we're on the subcommittee, we don't have to do it all. So I know a few of the members mentioned that if we need help, let them know. So if printing the certificates or something like that is better forte for
Oh yeah, what about the new what's her name? She's in with us. She came with us. She works at Suffolk. She's a media person, a graphic person. What's her name? Oh my gosh.
Kim.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, Kim. Yes. She said she would love to help anything like that. So
yeah, and I know that Sherry printed all those posters. Like she must have some kind of fancy.
yeah. So that's actually what I was thinking was Sherry would be good for this, for the certificates too, if none of us want to feel comfortable doing it. So
what's your preference, Teresa?
I mean, I don't mind. I mean, obviously, if they know how to do like more, like a better, then more power to them. I mean, I don't have like a fancy, I don't have any like graphics or anything like that on my computer.
I mean, I don't want to take it off your plate, but I know Sherry was itching to do stuff at the last meeting we had. She was like, "Oh, I love to do this stuff." So
I mean, I can reach out to her and ask.
Yeah, I can send you the like template thing, and then you know, see if she'd be interested. So are we asking her to just print them or do the sort of printing and delivering to the people or whatever?
See, I feel like that would be, I don't know.
My thought was helping do the final like format and the printing, and then you know, like I think it should come from the subcommittee to deliver them.
Deliver, yeah. Okay.
I mean, if that's too complicated because of the middle person being shared,
right?
I mean, it's not like she couldn't leave them on her porch and Teresa can drive by. And
yeah.
you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'll ask her if she has like any like specific format or whatever she uses, and then if not, I'll just print them here.
Yeah, that's fine. Excellent. Is there anything else that we should be considering in terms of the awards portion?
So, do the awardees get a monetary thing or anything, or it's just the certificates and the recognition?
I think in the past it's just been the certificates.
Okay. All right.
Let's see. So the art project, the art contest. Thank you a million, Teresa, for making the flyers and like doing the legwork for that. That was like
really pretty.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
And let's see, somewhere here I have an email. Oh, I should have forwarded this to you guys. Because some of the submissions were going to Maria.
Oh.
So that means we actually have submissions?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, where is it?
This is what I was
Teresa, you were on this email too, right?
Yeah. What's his name? Let me see.
Oh, Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew Cedrone, Cedrone. He sent them.
Okay, yes, here we go. So yeah, we've got like poems, some drawings, paintings.
Nice.
Good.
That's the kind of stuff we were hoping to get in. So that's great.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
Put up, as the filler too for the actual online presentation.
Yeah, and a bunch of them are like, what does compassionate action mean to you? Oh, this is great. So I'm sorry that I forgot to forward this to you guys so that you had them. And I'm thinking, so it looks like we have about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And so there's like two components to this. One is like, you know, sending them over, like you said, to WCAT. They can edit it into the video in between things or whatever, or like a scrolling, whatever. And the other piece is for us to decide who the winner is. And give that person a gift card.
Yeah, so do we think we'll have one more meeting before the event?
We're hoping, right?
Yeah, because
yeah, so my thought would be to first of all, do you know if we have all the categories covered, at least one from each of the age categories?
all of these that I have came from Andrew Cedron, who
that's the middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think, I mean, unless they've gone through the email, but I don't think we have received anything, right? From high school, elementary.
Yeah, not that I'm aware of now that I'm looking at this.
Can we post it on the Human Rights Facebook page?
Yes.
I mean, we still have another week where we could take in submissions, because my thought is the winner doesn't have to be decided on until the day before.
Yeah.
Because they're all going to end up as part of the program.
Yeah.
Right. So we just need them all in, that any that we're putting in the presentation need to come in before we send stuff to WCAT.
Right, which I think we gave the deadline of the 8th, right? We gave that Friday.
January 8th. So
yep,
okay.
I think that's what we said.
So maybe we'll still get one in each category. So my thought, Benny, would be that we share them amongst the committee, and at the next meeting we vote, because we have to vote online, right, in the public forum for it. So.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know, did we, for the high school and the elementary schools, did we send that out or no?
Yeah, I sent it to Mrs. Drago.
Okay. That's right. Okay.
But I like the idea of putting it on our Facebook page, see if we get anything more. And then
I can share it once it's on the our Facebook. I can share from mine, and that will cover like, parents of the high school kids that my son is in with, so, and the middle school.
Okay, I'm just wording this to you now. So I'm thinking in terms of getting this stuff to WCAT next week. Unless there's something that seems like, I don't know what this would be, but if there was anything that seemed not fit to be included, someone would have to make an executive decision about that before sending everything over to them, because we'll send it all over before we ever get a chance to meet again, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
But essentially, I'm figuring we'll send everything to them. I don't anticipate there will be anything that we like wouldn't include. Send all the submissions that we get over to WCAT, and then, like you were saying, Jeremy, we'll meet one more time to finalize the winners. So I can, let's see. Jen is the person who has the like administrative powers on our Facebook page, so I can send that. Or actually, Teresa, would you send the flyer that you have to Jen?
Yeah.
So that she can post it on our Facebook, and then we can take it from there.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the other thing that we should decide about is, we had talked about giving 3 gift certificates to local businesses.
Mm-hmm.
So we just have to choose which local businesses. Do you guys have, Cravings definitely came up. I think that's great.
I know. I was just like, I think that would be good for everybody, right? Cravings.
Definitely Cravings. What about the oh yeah, because these are all young people that are submitting stuff, right? Yeah.
So
okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, because that's the other coffee shop across the street, but that's more like.
Or the bread shops. I know, like some of them go there.
I was actually thinking the bread shop, because that line is out the door every morning.
Yep.
And I know they have good stuff.
Yeah. I know they like to go there for their pizza on the, well, when we were in school for the half days.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So should we choose a third business, or should we just get like 2 from Cravings and 1 from, or 2, I don't know, like 2 from one and 1 from the other?
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of a third one. I mean,
Yeah, that would,
I mean, I don't know if Mellenthorpe's is another one that people go
oh
to.
yeah.
You're trying to keep it to the downtown area.
is that the other ice cream place that's on like?
Yeah, low, like, yeah, near the elementary
Where's the
school.
Four Corners?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Go back.
Stallbear. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, maybe that would be good. Like, so there's 3 different ones. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless there's
Okay.
another one that caters to that age group, but obviously the ice cream. place
Yeah,
caters-
the ice cream's the winner.
Yeah, right.
totally.
Yeah. Or Chibo, which is in Greenwood also. I mean, but I like the ice cream. I like the ice cream and the bread. Everything's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good. Cravings, Bread Shop, and Malatharb.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So I'm happy to go around and buy the gift cards and deal with that end of things. I'm kind of hoping, the only wrinkle I see is, so if we put the submission deadline for the art is the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's still, I mean, that's 10 days before the event. I'm hoping that if we send WCAT like some if we do end up getting some stragglers, like I'm hoping to email them the submissions we have on maybe like Monday or Tuesday. And if there's stragglers that come in up until the 8th, I'm hoping I can just send them and they can, I'm hopeful about their editing abilities.
I would think
Like,
they can add in a static thing like
yeah,
that.
exactly. That's what I
Just a picture or text,
Yeah.
Mhm.
If they can't, then I don't know. It's fine. We can still judge them even if they don't get in the.
All right.
Yeah.
I would leave. I mean, we already set the deadline, so it's not like we can change it.
No, I think it's good. I'm sure it'll be fun. Let's see. So. Is there anything else we need to figure out in terms of the art project, the art contest?
No, I think it's just, so I'll reach out to Jen, put it on the Facebook, then everybody shares that. Then I can reach out again to the middle school just to remind the kids when they go back to school. I know they're gonna do it for the morning announcements. They've been doing that. I think that's why.
That's good.
And then,
Oh, yeah, and then we can send it to also share it on the boys and girls page. Stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that would be good to just get the younger kids and the older ones.
Yeah, it's probably worth sending whichever of you contacted. So Nicole, you contacted the person at the high school, is that right?
She was at the Greenwood. No.
The
the elementary teacher, the elementary art teacher. Yeah.
It's probably worth sending another one, like a reminder or deadline is approaching or whatever, like in case anybody wants to submit some kind of second follow up. I think would be good.
And we don't know who's at the high school, right? Like what teacher or who would take.
Oh, here. Let me, one second. Let me
You have an insider.
Well, my daughter's in one of the art classes. But hold on a second.
Okay. Yeah, because we have an art teacher there.
I mean, worst case, you could send it to the principal and have her put it in her weekly newsletter that goes out, but it may not go out till Tuesday or Wednesday next week. I don't remember which day.
Oh, you know what? No, it should go out on Sunday, right? Because they go back to school on Monday.
Yes, I mean that would be the option is to, but I don't know if that's something to put in there or not. So
So she put the flyer for the you saw for the fundraisers and stuff in there. So I bet she.
so I mean, it might be worth just trying to sneak it in there because at least it targets the high school
Yeah.
students that actually read their email.
And that's the newsletter, is that intended for the students or intended for the parents?
So it's both. Like she sends out the principal's update, like with the stuff going on. I'm pretty sure it goes out to both, right, Nicole?
Yeah, I think so too. So because it always has like the schedule in there. So
Yeah.
I assume, yeah.
Cool.
Maybe
Well,
we can send it to the, do you want to send it to the paper too? Or you already did that though?
no, I
Didn't you?
sent the nomination thing for the service award to the paper, but I never sent the art one to the paper.
Yeah, I wonder if we can put that in there too.
Yeah, I can send it. I might, I won't send them well, I'm thinking about the flyer because if they don't print it in color, I think it would be hard
To read.
to read,
Yeah.
but I might just take the content of what it says.
Yeah. So you want me to email the principal of the high school?
Sure.
Um,
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Great. Okay. So the next thing on here is the scavenger hunt. Are we still doing that? What should we do? What are your thoughts?
Just wonder if we just don't have enough time to get it
Yeah, I know.
together. I don't know. I mean, I love that idea about just finding all the places that that serve the community and them.
I mean, I guess the question is if we have a list of them today, we could probably put together,
Yeah.
you know, the clues and stuff if we had a list. But I don't think.
I went through, so the library has an old list of community like groups from like three or 4 years ago, I think. And I got it from them and I went through and kind of made like included on our spreadsheet the ones that seemed relevant, because some of them are like not really relevant for community serving organizations. Some of them are like the DPW or something. It's like, okay, that's not, but a bunch of them were totally, you know, community serving organizations. So, and I kind of skimmed through it and put the ones that seemed relevant into our spreadsheet. And so at this point, I haven't contacted any of them to see if they want to be included on our like call to action, but based on what we have so far, if I were to include, like if say they all said yes, we would have like 20 organizations. Not all of them are physically in Wakefield, but most of them are. Or a lot of them are. And so I guess one question I have is, if we do the scavenger hunt, would it be just places that we are also including on the call to action? Or
I don't think it has to be.
Yeah.
I just think it's just places in the community that show compassion or
Yeah.
you know, I don't think it has to be necessarily someplace we're recommending community service, especially in this COVID related environment, because some of them may not accept help now, but would, you know, in a sort of more traditional time and environment. So
Yeah.
So then I think we do have a pretty good list. So the people that are, where to go? The people that are on this list right now are the ones we've already talked about, which is Mystic Valley Elder Services, the community dinners at Most Blessed Sacrament, Friends of the BB, Wakefield Metco program, the Senior Center, the Malden Warming Center, pause. And then there's, let's see, Boys and Girls Club, Communitas, the Salvation Army. That one's in Lynn. Big Brother, Big Sister, which is like statewide or like, I don't know, like Eastern Massachusetts, but the Wakefield Community Partnership, Friends of the Breakheart, Friends of Lake Quantapowhat, Melrose Wakefield Healthcare has a bunch of like community programs. The Wakefield Educational Foundation, Wakefield Independence Day Committee, PTOs.
I don't even know where all these are.
What'd you
Wow.
say?
I don't even know where all these are. So it's like,
Well, and a lot of them, I don't even know. I don't like the PTOs. Like, how would you put a PTO on a scavenger hunt? You know,
Okay.
it's like, is it part of the school? I guess you would put the
It
school
is.
on the scavenger hunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The school probably.
So I don't know. Like, what do you guys think?
Or should we make it like a bingo? But how would that work too? I
Yeah,
don't
what
know.
would I like that idea where it's not so much about their physical location, but it's
Yeah.
like something like what would
Yeah.
be the thing where you would like check it off on your bingo card?
All right, like if you participate, like you're a member of the PTO and you volunteer at, or whatever. But I think that's hard
Yeah.
because then I think it's more like to encourage people to volunteer, that.
Yeah, it's
so
not so much like a competition.
Right, because
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, I got whatever points. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think you want to do the opposite. You want people to.
Or we can make it like
Sure.
a Jeopardy card.
Oh,
And
yeah.
what is, whatever,
Yep.
no.
This is good. I like this. What are other like fun games?
Yeah. Wheel of Fortune.
They will.
You say?
I said Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah. Price is Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or name that organization. Oh, I've named that tune.
Yep.
And
The match game.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh.
So okay. I don't
So
know.
I guess, so would that be something, I know we talked about this before, but I forgot. So would that be something that, I know this is stuff separate from the video, right? This is not part of that recording.
Right.
This
Yeah,
is
it's like
something
more of
that
a
is
thing. Maybe we
that
would
is
put it
gotta
on our
Okay.
Facebook or something. Yeah.
like with like a hashtag or something.
Yeah. Something
Yeah.
like that, to like build
Okay.
enthusiasm as
Yep.
we get closer to the day.
Yeah, I think we should probably have some buy-in from like either like partner with like the Boys and Girls Club or partner, you know what I mean, with like a bigger organization that would kind of help us get the word out in the community, something like that.
I'm thinking about this bingo card idea because I think what we could do is a bingo card and then it's like learn about the different, like as you like learn about the Wakefield Educational Foundation or whatever, and then like whatever, you can check it off on your bingo sheet.
Yeah.
So how do you make the bingo sheet, and is it just something you download and print out, or
I guess so.
like, must there be several different cards?
Well, I have a template. Also, it's just from Canva that I can send. I can't do it, but I have a template for it that I can. We're doing one with work for a reading one. So
it could also be something like, I don't know, maybe this would get too crazy. I was thinking about Facebook, like, if we're using a hashtag like compassionate action or something, and it's like you're sharing or posting something about these different organizations, like, shout out to, the Greenwood PTO for their compassionate action or something.
Yeah. Or we could do it an everyday posting, like on the Wakefield community page and the human and our page, saying, okay, this week's this day's question of the day is what group does blah blah blah,
Yes,
and
Oh,
then
that's a good idea.
that
get
is
people to
good.
answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So maybe that could be something.
yeah, I like that. And so it's every day, you know, kind of keeping it sort of in people's minds,
Mm-hmm.
teaching people about the community and organizations.
Yeah.
That is nice.
And maybe that's easier.
Yeah.
Um, and I suppose you could actually do it as a competition if you had, well, you could do it a couple ways. You could either enter everyone that responds into a raffle and pull something out, or you could track how many people get the right answer every day and then take that list, or you can just have it as a publicity thing. I don't know, with nothing, but so.
I like that. I like everybody likes an award.
What would we raffle?
No, I mean, not even a raffle. It's more of just like have a gift card for the winner. But if, you know, if you, there's different ways to do it. If you just want to encourage people to participate, then you put everybody's name in a hat that responds with at least one right answer over the course of them, or you put one name for every right answer into a thing and pull it out. I don't know. So, but we just get another gift card for you know, bread shop or someplace else in the community like that caters to all people, all ages. So.
And so how many prizes would we give? It's like just one prize, whoever we pick out of the hat?
Or you can do like three names will be chosen based on this.
Like at the end of the week or something?
Yeah, or announce, you know, on Martin Luther King Day at the event. Post it on our Facebook the last day or whatever. Congratulations to blah 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 or whatever.
So do we want to have it like start January 1 all the way until?
So I don't know if I was gonna do January 1 because it's
New
not
Year's
that far
Day,
away, but definitely.
We could though. I mean, if it's just I think that we could make a post for January 1.
I would. It makes sense to do January 1st to the 18th, right? Like,
Yeah.
if we have 18 places, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be good.
Yeah, and we could like link to some of these organizations don't have a Facebook page, but lots of them do. We could link to their Facebook page and you know, when we announce the answer to each day's question or whatever.
Yeah, I think it definitely is a great idea because it serves for publicity and educating the community, and it's pretty simple to pull off. So it's much simpler than trying to do a bingo game or
Oh, it's really nice.
time, or you know, and it's still, you know, it's still like a scavenger hunt sort of. So
Now I know there's somebody so Jen is the one that manages the Facebook, right? So she'll be.
I know, so we'd be asking a lot of Jen.
Yeah, because she will be doing this every day for 18 days.
So we could ask her, and there may be more than one person. So Jen is always the person that I go to, but I think there's maybe 2 or 3 people who are administrators.
Okay.
Maybe we could ask them to make one of us an administrator.
Right. I was gonna say, because I mean, I don't mind if you guys tell me whatever. I can go in, or we can come up with whatever scripts already.
Yeah, have them
and
all.
then just kind of copy paste. You know what I mean? Like I don't have.
We're allowed to do like a running Google Doc, and we can all like put like, if you divide all the places up and each of us can figure out and make a little riddle question and then put it on there, and then it's just a cut and paste.
I think that's fine. We're not allowed to edit things together online. That's considered deliberation and violates the open meeting law. But if we're not collaborating on the I don't know that this is true, but I think that if, like you said, we split it up and it's like you do 1 through 5, I do 6 through 10. You know what I mean? And each of us is writing our own thing. I think, and it's just like a repository.
I don't see how it's any different than us delegating and fact gathering in between meetings, right?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay.
I just don't think any decisions can be made collectively that aren't.
Okay.
So maybe before we finish the meeting, we just take a motion to agree to do the Facebook type scavenger hunt and the legwork that goes with it, so that it's covered in the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Okay, so then we have this spreadsheet that has, I don't even know, it's more than 18, so I think that we could like whittle it down to like maybe the most relevant ones. I'm not sure what's the like most efficient way to do that.
Can you share your screen?
Oh yeah,
Vinny?
yes I can. Okay. So some of them I think are kind of, I don't know, like just less kind of relevant. I think Most Blessed Sacrament Community Dinners is huge. Wakefield Metco, I think, is huge. Senior Center. The Warming Center is not in Wakefield, but in terms of like a place that exemplifies compassionate action, it's incredible. It's a volunteer-run homeless shelter in Malden.
Mm,
Oh.
yeah.
Friends of the BB, I think, is like a very central institution in our community, and like it doesn't strike me necessarily as like a community service kind of thing, but I don't know.
Hmm.
Mystic Valley Elder Services definitely is service to the community. I don't actually know where they're located, but
I mean, the thing about Friends of BB is that they support the library, and obviously
Yeah.
the library is central to
that's true.
community. So
Yeah, totally.
and it's an easy one to put on the
Yeah.
Yeah.
So of the ones that are like in this portion of the screen, are there any that you think we should skip over in terms of including in our daily thing?
I think they're all great.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Let's see. So then what's going on here? Okay. Pause the what do you call it? Animal shelter place, Boys and
Mhm.
Girls Club. Volunteer match is not really a thing, not like an organization. So
put that.
Communitas, the Salvation Army is not local to us. So it's like, to me, that's slightly less relevant, although I think they do a ton of service to the community.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Big Brother, Big Sister. It's like they're more of a regional organization and they do great stuff, but it's like not a Wakefield place.
Mm-hmm.
Wakefield Community Partnership, they're the ones who like help plan, like, I can't even remember. It's like the
Easter egg hunt, I think, is one of the things they do. And
they do like 3 big events, and I can't remember which ones it is. Easter egg hunt, maybe this holiday stroll, I think.
And don't they do do they do the Italian or the thing at the lake, like the Italian day or something?
They might do Festival by the Lake.
Yeah, maybe that's what.
Yeah, it's something like that. They do 3 big town events each year. So that's their shtick. They're like event planning, kind of town spirit or type of organization. Friends of the Breakheart, you know, they're just like community people who try to do like trail maintenance and stuff. Friends of Lake Quannapowitt, Melrose, Wakefield, healthcare, community programs. So of these ones, are there any that seem, so I'm thinking maybe.
Yeah, like Salvation Army and Big Brother.
Yeah, Salvation Army, Big Brother, Big Sister are kind of like.
And I don't know about Melrose, Wakefield Healthcare. I don't know enough about them, so.
Well, I do work for them, the community programs, and so we do a lot of outreach, and with children to do a lot of parent ed. We have a diaper lab, a clothing center, so in WIC and all that kind of stuff.
All right, yeah, no, I just didn't know. Awesome. Sounds good.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff. I was on their website. I didn't know that you work for them. That's so cool.
I do. My office actually is at the Woodville though, but yeah.
That's funny.
Cool. So, but we feel good about the rest of these ones,
Yeah.
you think? Volunteer match is also not a thing. I'm gonna move this. So some of these I'm gonna keep on here because I think they're still good for the call to action, but for the
Right.
the other thing. So what else do we have on here? Wakefield Educational Foundation, which they do, scholarships.
Right.
Independence Day Committee, they plan the 4th of July parade. PTOs, Wakefield Special Education Parent Advisory Council. They're like, I don't know, advisors to the school committee, I think. Wake Up, which is like a drug prevention, drug and alcohol prevention program run by youth, I think, primarily.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. And then down here, these ones that are gray, here, I'll make them not gray because you probably can't see them very well. These ones are the ones that said they aren't currently taking volunteers, but they're still like definitely important like parts of the community in terms of what we might highlight in our daily thing. Wakefield Alliance Against Violence, Horizon House, Mission of Deeds, Tegan's Treasure. Sounds like they're actually not, they're like defunct, I think. So maybe not them, but oops. But
Oh yeah, no, Wakefield food.
and the food pantry.
Yeah, I think those ones are kind of fit that category. We said that they're key to the community, but not
Right.
taking things. So these 4 should probably definitely be highlighted.
Okay, so I'm gonna move this.
It's a great list of places. I
I
didn't we
know.
had that many.
I know it was kind of nice to see it all in one place. I was like, dang. There's actually, so there's a lot, this is all biased by my own like view of the world perhaps, because on the list there was also tons of other places that I didn't include. There's like lots of sporting like clubs. There's a bunch of fraternal organizations. So I didn't include those, and I don't know if you guys think that's appropriate or inappropriate or what your thoughts are.
I like the list you have.
Yeah.
I think this is good. I mean, I don't, part of it is a time constraint too, like in order to go back and like pull other ones out. And I think you capture, like your perspective captures a pretty good perspective of, the important ones for Wakefield. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mystic Valley Elder Services is on here twice, but other than that, I think we have 22. So we still have to get rid of 4 more to make it an even 18. What do you think?
I would say, I mean, I don't know how people feel about the PTO. I think that's.
Yeah, I would think about removing the PTO.
Yeah, because that's more like if the people don't have kids in school, or it's just, I don't think it's open to everybody.
Yeah. And the same maybe is true then of the Special Education Parental Advisory Council. I don't actually know like how they function, what they do. Is it like?
So I think this one is actually for parents that have, I don't think it's to the school board. I think it's for parents that have like IEP student.
Yeah. Yeah, they provide a lot of education.
So
they do a lot of like sessions and groups.
They have groups for the parents for IEPs and like that. So, but again, I don't think it necessarily represents community service and things like that. I think it's more related to the school, like, it's like a PTO, but well, not a PTO, but it's like it's like parent university, but for parents that might
need a little
special education. So.
Do you think that these two, the PTO and the Parent Advisory Council, are worth keeping on here as like volunteer opportunities, or is it not really like that?
So I don't know if the Special Education Parent Advisory Council is actually volunteers. So was this found in a volunteer thing?
No, it was found. It's a list of all community organizations, so it's like pretty broad and has lots of stuff on there.
And for the PTOs, you really can't volunteer with them unless you have a query. So not any random person can go help. So
So I wouldn't.
Maybe these ones are off the list.
Drop them down to the bottom, so we still have them, but not necessarily.
Yeah.
Okay. So then.
You said you had one twice, right?
Yeah, the one, which one? This Mystic Valley is on here twice because they have like 2 different volunteer like options, but
Okay.
So how many do you have on here? So
so now I think we're at 20.
20, yeah.
One that I was thinking could go is Friends of the Breakheart. Like, I think the Breakheart is super great, but I also don't think they're very active because I have actually tried to get on their mailing list before and like never got a response. So
Right.
might not even really be a thing.
Okay.
And okay, what else? One more.
What about the Independence Day? Is that something that you can, the Wakefield Independence, that you can volunteer like throughout the year, or?
I think so. They're like
Oh,
pretty
okay.
volunteer.
Okay.
They're like volunteer run, you know.
Okay. All right. So that's fine.
And I like how they like to bring things from other states and stuff in town so that everybody sees a
yeah.
variety of entertainment, I would say, at the parade, even though it's
Okay.
many people
So
there.
maybe is Friends of BB still on here? Maybe we can just remove this one just to get it done. Because like you said, it's not as huge a role as some of the other ones in the community, right? Like I mean the library is there. Friends of
Mhm.
BB is, so maybe just to get it for our thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
And they
fine.
never got back to me yet either. So
Okay. So, okay, so I think we're at 18.
Okay.
So then should we just split the list up in
Yes.
like 4 sections or something? Eileen is also still like doing stuff with us, so if she just couldn't make it to this meeting
Oh yeah, so 5.
time. So I think we should feel free to assign her tasks.
Okay.
So what is that? So if there's 5 of us,
it's like 3 to 4 each. So
okay.
2 of us get 4, 2 of us get 3.
Okay. So I'll just go down. Is there any preferences? Like, do any of you particularly want to do the write-up? Like, Nicole, do you want to do the write-up for the Wakefield health?
Oh, maybe I'll do the one for Melrose Wakefield. Yeah.
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 Where is it? Melrose Wakefield Healthcare. Okay. Any other ones where people are like, oh, I already like totally know that organization and it would be easy for me to do the thing?
I don't have any preference. I'm gonna research whatever I get.
I know.
Doesn't
Yeah, it's
matter.
kind of sort of.
I'm supposedly a part of the West of Wakefield Education Foundation. I mean, I am. I just haven't been to any meetings lately, but so I guess I could do WEF too, and maybe Boys and Girls Club, because
Sure.
unless one of you guys are really more active, I mean, I
Here,
just.
Nicole,
I'm not.
all the easy ones.
That's
Yeah.
Great.
Come on. I think that's great. Okay, so then I'm gonna keep going down this list.
Nicole has to have 4 because she has like easy ones.
Ridiculous. Okay, let's see. Eileen already contacted these people, so maybe I'll put Eileen for these ones. Oh, I'll do this one because I already contacted them.
The harder part is assigning the date when you need it by.
Okay, I just kind of randomly did those, partially based on who already contacted some of these people, and partially
Okay.
based on just doing them randomly. So that's a good question. When do we need them by? So there's one that we need by like
Friday.
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 First.
I'm pretty happy. Like I'm on vacation right now, so I have a lot of free time. So I'm happy to take the
Next.
first batch or whatever, if we just
Okay.
want to do it like that. So if the first 4 are mine, and I'll have them ready by Friday. Then do we want to say, you're going to stop sharing my screen. Do we want to say, oops.
So are we putting the write-up right on that document so that way everything lives right there, right?
I guess so. Yeah, that's probably easiest.
Yeah.
You can like just take a column and make it into,
Yeah.
you know, your little, and so we're doing it like a question, right? Like what organization in town does like this, that, this, or something?
Yeah, or a riddle or
Yes.
something like that, right?
Yeah, some kind of something.
Not just a description of this place does blah blah blah. Just make it creative, you know.
Yeah.
And if
Great.
people can't get it, they can't get it. So, you know, and you're really good.
But in the first part, like every day, like don't forget, if you answer, you'll be entered into a raffle at the end. And this is the
Yeah,
question.
is that how we want to do it, Benny? That each person who participates gets entered into sort of the drawing for one of 3 gift cards?
I think so. I think that sounds great.
Yeah, I think it was fun
And
Yeah.
then these people have incentive to you know,
to
comment.
participate,
Yeah.
right?
I'm excited to see what they,
And do we just make it that, you know, it's like if you comment on 1 versus 18, you still just get 1 entry, just to keep it like simple. We don't have to tell people that, but you know,
Yeah, I
you know,
think
just
so.
1 entry. Yeah.
otherwise you
Yeah.
gotta count every
Every
different
like,
response
every share.
And do we want to say the bread shop for these ones?
I just threw it out. I don't know if there's something more relevant or what, but or if we want to mix it up even further than we already started. So.
Maybe we could do 3 different ones. Like we could do Zuzu's, right? Because she's got like a lunch and
Maybe
But if you could-
farmland's a good one. I don't know.
farmland. Yeah.
Hmm.
Creations, the coffee shop.
There you go.
Coffee shop.
Yeah, I like the coffee shop too.
I know. I
So
love it.
creations, farmland, Zuzu. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, it's fine. That way we do 6 different places in the
Okay,
community.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. That's kind of nice. And
Yeah.
what should the dollar amount be for these ones? The students who are doing the art contest, it's 20 or 25?
I think we said 25.
I think we said 25, yeah.
Do we want it the same for all of them or a lower amount? Maybe like
A
10?
lower amount. Like it's not so
Yeah.
much a prize for your like
Yeah.
hard-earned thing
Right.
that you really worked on. It's just kind of like I made a guess on a thing. Or
Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe
Yeah.
like $10 or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't even have to be correct. You just have to participate, right?
Right.
Right.
All right. Okay, cool. And so let me contact Jen and figure out like about the
Okay.
admin thing for
Access,
Facebook.
right.
Mhm.
Um, and then what should we say in terms of the deadline? Like I'm happy to do the first one so that there's like less of a deadline like crunch. But should we say for everybody else, for all the rest of them, have them done by like, I don't know, Monday?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. And just like what, 1 to 3 sentences as the most, or shorter than that, or whatever.
Yeah, I'm
We
figuring
don't want it
just
to be too wordy, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, no, because people don't really read.
Yeah. I think like
They-
one
You know,
sentence.
like they just scroll through Facebook. So I think,
Yeah.
yeah, like anything that's catchy.
Yeah.
And then Benny, we should probably set a time of day where the correct answer gets posted each day.
Yeah, great point. What do you think it should be?
Depends on who has access to the Facebook.
I know. I think that's
If it's only Jen and she's an early to bed person, it can't be too late. If it's, you know, someone who's a night owl, it could be like, you know, 11:30 every night. So
And if Benny, if you're the administrator, if she makes you the administrator, what time, if you were to post them up, what time would you want it to be?
for the answers, like I'd post the thing in the morning,
Mhm.
probably like before I go to work or something, it'll be like 7 or something. And then probably 9 o'clock or something like that for the end.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Cool. Okay. What else? Is there anything else that we should be getting ready for this?
No.
I think this is a great idea. I'm so excited. You guys, you're so creative. I love this project. This whole, like the whole celebration, I feel like it's going to be like new and creative and interesting for this wacky time we're in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So the last thing on here is the service project. Is there anything that we need to do, you think, between now and the next time we meet? I think, so we have all these new places on this list that still need to be contacted in terms of like, are you taking volunteers?
Mhm.
That's probably the only thing we have to really deal with between now and our next meeting for this piece.
So is that list that you assign our names to? Should we just take the places that you assign our names to and try to finalize them before next?
Yeah, that sounds good. So some people will have more tasks than others then because some of these places have already been contacted. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah, it's all right. How many do I have before I say yes?
Yeah. You have 3.
That's fine. It's fine.
And one of them has already been contacted, so you have to contact 2 new places.
It's fine. We can always. This is something, right, that we could email in between and say I don't have time or whatever, and someone else can do it, right? It's not a discussion thing,
Right.
Offline. So, like, if you find it, if someone finds they can't do it, or if who's not here? Faith? No.
Yeah, Faith and Eileen.
Yeah. So if they find that we assigned them something that they can't do, fine.
They
Just
can do it, right?
let us know. So I don't think that has to be.
Yeah. And I didn't assign any to Faith just because I figure she already has, I think, a lot of cats to herd with the part that she's doing. So
Yeah.
I do not
I
think she
think
needs
so.
any additional tasks.
When is our next meeting? Do we know?
No, so we don't, I had made the doodle thinking maybe that we would want a meeting next week, but I think we don't need one next week as long as we, I'm in contact with Faith and have all the videos coming together and I can like send everything over to WCAT. And I think then maybe we meet the week after that.
Okay.
So I'll send another doodle for that, the whatever that is, like the second weekend of January.
Yeah, which is the week prior to the actual event.
To the event, right?
Yeah, so then we can kind of firm up like the winners for the art contest and the whatever it is we're going to kind of like announce or launch in terms of the service project.
Okay.
So it should be good.
So I think the launching of the service project we could do on our own without WCAT, right? Like we could do a Zoom and record it and just add it on separate. We don't have to have that portion built into it, right? Do you agree with that?
I think so. Like have just like a separate video.
Yeah, like
posted alongside.
Just be from the 4 of us or whatever going around and just saying, hey, let's become, let's encourage compassion in our community. Here's a few places we, or here's something you could do over the next few months to, show your support for the compassion in Wakefield or something like that. And then it's a little more personal and we also buy time to firm it up because otherwise we have to have whatever message ready by the 7th.
Yeah, and I think we can put something in the video that WCAT is producing. There could be like a piece of text or something that says like, stay tuned for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, something to tag it along. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's see, the tasks that we have ahead of us are many. They are. I'm going to get in contact with Faith and make sure that she has a deadline for getting her and Rainia's keynote video in, and for any of the other participants, the other two participants, for getting their videos in. I'll have them send the videos to me, and I'll share them with all of you and with WCAT. Oh, now that I'm saying that out loud, there's another thing that we probably need to decide, which is, as we're sending this material to WCAT, like, what order should it go in? Like, what guidance should we be giving them? Because we have the keynote, which is kind of a co-keynote. Like, I think both Rainia and Faith are doing a speech or a thing. Plus, Faith was going to do that interview project. And then there's 2 other contributors. So that's 5 videos. And then there's the interview panel discussion thing for the award recipients. And then all the stills of the art and stuff. So that's 6 videos plus the stills. And I don't know, like, none of that, there's no sort of like opener. Should we be having some kind of like, you know, hello, like, we're the WCAT, like, thank you for watching our King Day event, blah, blah, you know, something like that. Some kind of like bookends.
Yeah.
I think that it would be good to have something to kind of, so it all hangs together. But who should do that, or how should we do it? Or I don't know. Haven't thought about that at all until this very moment.
Yeah.
Kind of like a mini MC.
Yeah. Can they do it like, okay, so it's like, say you do the opening and then a little bit of the art project, and then whoever this one speaker part of it goes, and then a little bit more of the art projects then between each one, or would that make it just so long? Or I was just thinking that because it would break it up, like maybe 30 seconds of the art view, then the next speaker, 30 seconds, the next, and then a closing at the end.
I think that makes sense, because I think, I'm not sure how else we would do it. Like, maybe they have a way that, like, they might be able to do a split screen or something where there's like art kind of scrolling on one side and somebody giving a poem on this side. But that, I feel like, would split people's attention in a way that is not, you know, doesn't give people the platform that they deserve.
Good point.
So I think what you said, Nicole, is good, of having the art and stuff in between.
In between the things, yeah.
Okay, so we will need, a introduction, and then what comes next? Does the keynote come first, or does the keynote come last?
No, the keynote comes like second or third, right? The welcome, then something, and then the keynote address, right? Isn't that how usually, I think?
Yeah, well, normally there's also lots of other filler. There's like
music, right?
Yeah, there's the welcome, and there's a benediction, and then there's, I think, maybe the awards and then the keynote.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Well, I don't know. We can do it however we want to do it. What do you think is the most impactful order?
I think, I mean, I would like to see the keynote and then the awards.
Yeah. And then there's going to be these 2 other contributors, the 2 other students. So maybe it could be like introduction, keynote, then those 2 students, and then the awards, and then the closeout.
Oh yeah. That sounds good.
And then with art in between each of those, a couple pieces.
Yeah, I think that would look pretty.
Okay. So in terms of the introduction and the closeout, what should we do? Should it be one of us?
I mean, the closeout could be our wrap up and the intro to the service project, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that kind of
Mhm.
Yeah.
goes together. So, that wrap up could easily, so the wrap up for WCAT could just be stay tuned for a message from the Wakefield Human Rights Commission regarding, a service project opportunity or something like that. So,
Do you think that we do or don't need a video person, like a person saying like, thank you so much for watching our thing and celebrating, Dr. King and Mrs. King. Stay tuned for,
I mean, it's probably better to have somebody do it, at least a little thank you and, thing like that.
So who should be these people? I'm thinking either one of us can do the introduction, one of us can do the closeout, or we could do it in pairs. I'm saying us because I think it's like maybe the easiest thing instead
Yeah.
of trying to contact some additional person and describe what's going on and get them to film it within the next week,
Or do we have the head of the Wakefield Human Rights Commission do it?
Voluntelling. We
Right?
good?
Volunteer.
I mean, she's the face of us, right? We're just the subcommittee in the background. So
I like that idea.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't
Or
know.
you, Jeremy.
Oh, not me. I'm so like busy at work that I'm not sure I have time to put together something
Oh.
like that. But
I happen to
Yeah.
know, I have it on good authority that Maria is also on vacation right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
but she's got.
so,
All right. Well,
I
let me.
like her. Yeah.
I mean, that would be my vote, just to make it so it comes from the Human Rights Commission, not just the 5 of us.
Mhm.
So, because we're the subcommittee, but we're a subcommittee of the Human Rights Commission. So, and this is our, the committee's event, so, or the council commission.
Yeah, it's true. I'm thinking back on last year, and I think Pina. No, was it Pina? I can't remember. I can't remember who did the intro. Anyway, point is, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
If Maria says no, then what?
And I like the pairs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like pairs too.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I don't have a problem doing it, help working on part of it if Maria says no, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, and it also like I don't think it needs to be some kind of mandatory like if you're like not into public speaking or you don't have time. There's 6 of us in this committee. Well, Faith already is doing the keynote, so maybe not counting.
I don't think it should be
But-
fake.
Yeah.
I think just the 5 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we can figure it out. I will
Yeah.
ask Maria today, and then I'll make sure to let you guys know if she says no and we have to like figure something out.
And it can totally be like a recorded Zoom like this, right? Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
recorded.
Yeah.
Hey, greetings from our homes, given this crazy time,
Mhm.
we have a new
Yeah.
format this year for the event. Hope you enjoy it, and and then a few words about it or something. So.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking if we end up doing that, maybe the pairs, can we just like give the pairs our blessing? Like whoever does the intro, it's like you two get to write what you want to say.
Yeah,
Right.
I like I said, I think we should just take one final vote that we're okay with everything
Yeah.
discussed there, and we give liberty to the little commissioners or the pairs. So.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Do you want to make that motion, Jeremy? Whatever you just said.
No, I motion that we vote on giving our acceptance on sort of the things discussed in terms of the opening and closing for the MLK event, given the discussion we had tonight.
A second. Oh,
Teresa, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you.
Jeremy?
Yes.
Nicole? Me too, yes. Okay. So then Okay, so then now for real, the task list is I'm going to be in contact with Faith about her and Rainia's keynote and also about the other two students' stuff and make sure they're sending the videos to me by a week from now.
Mhm.
For the awards portion, Nicole is going to contact the winners and the nominators. I'm going to contact Maureen to let her know who the winners are and also to like put the ball in her court for scheduling the conversation thing. And Teresa is going to contact Sherry to see about printing the certificates and or print them herself, whatever ends up being the easiest thing to do, or the whatever you prefer, and then deliver those to the recipients.
All right, and then for the delivery piece, I know we have like an email. I'll just reach out to them and get their email.
Yeah,
and, I mean,
yeah, you
figure
can
out
reach
whether
out to them individually, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm thinking I'm actually having a thought right now, which is one of the organizations nominated. I mean, the organization that we are awarding is the Social Action Committee at the UU Church, but I don't know who the like person should be. So maybe Nicole, I think.
Well, she's they put Janine Fabiano on the sheet that she's the contact.
Yeah. Okay, good. So she nominated them, but she's also like the.
No, I think Janet nominated them,
Okay,
but
good.
Janine is the contact,
Good.
like Wendy, when
Yeah,
she's
yeah. Oh, I see, Janet. You're right. I was just
Yeah.
getting those mixed up. So I think that's great. And I'll send you, Teresa, I'll send you the template for the
Certificate.
for the award certificate.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna buy the gift cards for all the different things. Teresa will send the flyer to Jen to post on our Facebook page for the art contest.
Yep.
And Nicole, you can resend it to the elementary school art teacher. I'll put it in the daily item. And Teresa, you can send it to the principal of the high school to see if you can put it in a newsletter thing. What else? I'm going to ask Maria if she'll do our intro and outro video. I'll let you guys know what she says. And I'll talk to Jen about the Facebook admin situation, if I can be posting those things. And then we're all going to write the little, whatever the kind of question or like prompt is for the daily posts.
Yep.
And I'll send out a doodle poll for the next meeting sometime the second week of January.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good.
Nice.
So Benny, that sheet where you put our names for the organizations, we still have the link for that, right? Like
yeah, I'll put it in when I email you all the notes from this meeting. I'll make sure to include that link so you don't have to like dig through some old emails to find it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Sounds
Nice.
good.
All right. Well, I will see you all sometime in a couple weeks. Thank you so much. This is great.
Thank you. All right. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yep. Everybody, Happy New Year.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.